Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Man Cave 101 podcast, episode 8. Everyone's on mute laughing at me right now, but it's fine. I am one of your hosts, Abel. Along with me tonight, the man in the chair whose mic is still muted, Aaron. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, what up?
Oh man, from the Man Cave, Leo, how we doing?
What's going on, my peoples?
We're Brooklyn at Big Chase. What up?
Yo, where we at?
Yep, and the nicest guy in the room from Speak On It Comics, Charles. How we doing, baby?
I'm doing okay, guys. How you guys feeling out there?
We doing good, man. We doing good. So as I stated, this is the Man Cave 101 podcast, episode 8. Here we talk about all things nerdy and pretty much whatever the heck we want to talk about. Please like, comment, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube at Man Cave 101 Podcast. This is a very spoiler type of podcast, so all the issues and things that we are going to talk about, we will be talking full spoilers, except today, which actually, surprisingly, the last one, we're just going to speculate. Ooh.
Well, Moon Knight spoilers, because people might not have seen it.
Moon Knight, I mean the very last thing we're going to talk about tonight. Moon Knight. But we're going to talk about some Doctor Strange tonight, and boy, are we going to talk about some Doctor Strange tonight. And then we will be drinking, we will be smoking, and Leo will be cursing. So, watch out for all of that. And as always, to start the show, we start with the shot. So, gentlemen, cheers. It's May. Cheers to May. What's going on here?
I have a shot of high quality H2O.
We'll accept these terms.
We accept these terms.
All right. And now, Leo, take us into the comic corner. What do we got going on this week?
This week we got a couple of really good first appearances, and also a couple good variants. First one we got on the chopping block is TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's the first full appearance of Venus in issue 128. It also is the first appearance of the deadly new villain, Frankenstein Turtle. The artist of this, okay, here comes my...
Oh, boy.
All right.
Do it.
For those people new here, every time Leo mispronounces it, he has to take a shot. So.
All right.
Come on with it, boy. You can do it.
All right. You guys are not fucking helping.
The first curse of the night.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I had to get it out. Pablo Tanuka. And the writer is Sophie Campbell.
Hey, we like it.
And there's also one variant to this cover. All right, so I'm good right there. The next book on the chopping block is Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi, #1, the origin story of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This book is going to be big. If you have to, please go to your comic shop. And actually, this is free comic book week. So go to your comic book shop. You'll get a deal. Definitely this week. The cover artist is Phil Nato, and the writer is Christopher Cantwell. And there's also one more variant of this book. The next book that we have is this new series coming out. It is called Nubia. Sorry. Nubia. Oh, shit. I gotta take a shot.
And
Naomi's the other character.
Yeah.
He's good too. She's good too.
Fuck. All right. This is the origin story is of Nubia. The artist is David Mack, and the writer is Vita Arella. There's also another variant to this cover, which is ridiculously good too. But I picked this one because I like the whole Wakanda Forever thing and the whole Egyptian.
Nice.
The next cover that we got is the Batman 123, the 1 in 50 variant. I don't know what it is about this book. It's just the ink and the way it's just coming straight down at you.
Sick cover.
Sick cover.
Yeah.
I would actually say this cover is better than the whole Batman movie that recently came out. It's very, very nice.
That I definitely agree with. This is the way he should have flew off the building.
I like the Batman.
You would.
Charles,
All about
Charles,
vengeance.
don't start this early. Don't start this early.
It's all
I'm
about
trying to
vengeance.
control my cursing in this one.
It's all about vengeance.
Vengeance.
The cover artist is Jock, and this, like I said, is a 1 in 50 variant. It's also a great book, and it's just the simplicity of it. It makes it great.
Yeah.
All right, hot covers of the week. We
Hey,
have
Hey, yo.
Mr. Flamehead himself comes back, making an appearance in Spider-Man 2099 Exodus Alpha #1. This is the first team up appearance of the new Cabal that they're fighting. This is also a possible. Marvel didn't want to, on the comic side, they didn't want to give out spoilers. This also could be the 29 versions of the Winter Soldier, Loki, X-Men, and that's it. So you have, maybe they wouldn't let it out, maybe three cameos first appearance in this issue.
Wow.
Sweet.
Let me ask the comic heads a question. What is significant about the 2099 year? Because you get a lot of the versions of 2099, right? Like, do you know what the significance of that is? Is there like a reason they picked that year? I don't know. You guys.
So my take on this was there was a big thing back in 1999 about flipping over to the year 2000, and I think that they just decided to take 2099 because it sounded good, and it's like right before 2100 and whatnot. So I think they just like the sound of that. For some reason, there's always like a lot of hype about the turn of the century. So when you get ready to click on that last one, I work IT, and I can tell you, like, all of the companies were going crazy about the fact that none of their software was prepared to flip over to 2000.
I just figured there might have been something else, just because it has such a flow to it. Like, every time I say a character and put 2099 after, it's like, oh, that's cool.
and also, it's basically they wanted to revamp Spider-Man as well. Because all you got was Spider-Man in the black suit, Spider-Man in that suit, and you also got multiple armed Spider-Man. You didn't have that many different versions of it, and they wanted to go further into the future too. Also, and plus, this Spider-Man has some sick covers.
I love the look of him. He's always been awesome.
He looks like a badass in this damn pose.
Right, and Sony, instead of doing that, decided to do whatever the hell his name is with Bad Bunny. But continue. Who's the writer of this comic?
The writer is Steve Orlando.
Hey,
yo!
Whoa, look at you!
And then the artist
really excited about the next one.
The artist is
I already got it.
Lionel Francis Yo.
Lionel.
I'm gonna say Lionel Francis Yu.
Francis Yu.
Yo. I say Yo.
He's a great artist too. He's really good.
Nice.
I like your work. All right, the next one we are showcasing. This is the first time that we're showcasing Black content creators on our podcast. We also this book is called Nubia.
Niobe.
Niobe. I always mess that up. Niobe. Yeah. Niobe.
Okay.
Yeah. Niobe. She is Death. This is a WinterCon exclusive. I think there was only 100 copies actually made. I don't know who the cover artist is. This Niobe, right?
Niobe. You good?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Niobe,
you got it.
Niobe is this whole series got picked up by HBO. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's
Oh,
cool.
So,
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
in.
if you comic book heads want this, pick it up now because they're already into talking, and also this comic, the comics that you can pick up Niobe is at strangercomics.com. It's also a drama series. They first premiered this group of artists who created this guy named Sebastian created this group of artists that that black content and different kind of contact was getting out to the mainstream, to Marvel, DC, to the top three, basically.
Nice.
So he decided to put a bunch of cool creative people and cool creative artists and writers and backstory writers that actually give a crap about their content. And they brought out this, and they also have a whole issue of Untamed. If you haven't read it, start reading it because it's a great story, and Niobe is a great story, and her ascension into it. It's I don't want to spoil it, but it's a really detailed story, and the art inside of it, it's not like one of these fly by night covers. Just the cover is cool, and the inside is garbage. Down from the inking to the penciling to the writing, it's a solid. I really think it's a really solid book. And also the first issue of Untamed comes out, I think next week, which I will be able to talk about. And it's also, it comes out next week. The Untamed, the new issue of Untamed. But this is one of the great. I saw this cover and I was like, "Wow, okay."
Cover's dope.
And then
It's great.
The cover is dope, man.
And this group actually came out in 2007 in San Diego, and they're going to be. The last I've heard, they're going to be at this year's Comic-Con in New York City. So if you have your books, bring them, get them signed.
Take them over to CGC.
Take them over to CGC.
Yeah,
CGC.
there's gonna be a line this year, though.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a damn line.
So bring a spare, make them stand on the line while you go get your book.
Yeah,
Smart.
All right, I made it past that.
Time versus money. Time versus money.
Time is money.
Yep.
I made it
All
past
right.
that with 2 mess ups. Yeah.
Very good.
That's very good.
I know you can do it.
You got a golf clap. All right, let's take a sip and move on to the next little bit. So we're hitting the nerdy news. So I think Leo, hit us with some hot news from this week, and then we'll just go around the horn and see what everyone's got.
All right, I'm gonna hit you guys off with 3, and then we'll go around the horn. All right, we got Avatar the sequel coming out. I'm so amped for this movie. The movie's called The Way of the Water. Let's see. I'll say that. Oh, Andrew Garfield says he's not working with Sony. I wonder why.
Well, wait. Didn't he say he said he's taking a break from acting? It just so happens that they happen to announce all of these movies, and then literally right after, Andrew's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take a break."
Exactly. It's not a power move. It's not a power move or anything like that. Oh, and a petition's been filed, and it's up to 3 million votes to remove Amber Heard from the Aquaman 2 sequel.
Oh, I got nothing to say about that one.
What you guys got?
I'm gonna take this one first. I'll go backwards. Listen, I have been watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial from the beginning because I don't know, I'm just addicted to it at this point, and it's quality TV because Amber Heard's lawyers are just the most ridiculous people I ever met in my life. If I were to order lawyers off of Wish or Craigslist, I feel like these are the lawyers that I would receive. And listen, I don't obviously no one in this podcast is going to take domestic violence lightly at all. However, the chips are stacked against this woman. And everyone kind of sees through it. So I'm very curious to see how this all ends, because she just took the stand today, started taking the stand, and it's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be a ride. That's all I have to say about that. Avatar, man, I should be more excited for this movie, but like, aside from the 3D, like Jake Sully, like I don't know. I mean, listen, you could talk to me about Zoe being blue, though. I gotta say, even though she's blue, she could be blue, she could be green, she could be whatever she wants. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, I'm here for Zoe. I'm always here for Zoe. But listen, it'll probably be great. I mean, it's James Cameron. Like, he rarely ever misses. So, the fact that I think they're doing 2 and 3, right? They filmed them at the same time, and they're probably coming out a year apart or something like that. So, listen, they'll be great going to the movie experiences. Like, it'll be cool to put on some 3D glasses again and see what happens. I'm not like itching for it like I am for the movie that we're gonna see tomorrow and talk about at the end of this. But and then Andrew Garfield. I mean, listen. There was Forbes put out a report, an alleged report that Andrew Garfield pretty much told Sony, unless you're in the MCU, I'm not with you. And I am here for that energy. As you all know, I feel very strongly towards companies messing up my shit. So Sony happens to be one of those companies right now that's attempting to mess up my shit. And I'm not here for it. So kudos to you, Andrew Garfield. Take a break. You take a break. Take as long as you need. And I'm good with these topics. Let's go to Charles. We got Charles.
Well, I'll start with the Amber Heard thing too. It's so crazy that I didn't realize how much of a problem that she was. And I'm pretty sure they did a little things back and forth to one another, but at the same time, some of the things that she has done, I mean, the whole poop on the bed and some of the crazy things that they said that she's done. I mean,
where's the poop on the bed banner? Where's that one?
Like,
no, we don't need that energy. I'm good.
Come on, we need to shift the bed banner.
I don't know what spells trouble in paradise than someone doing that.
What a great time for John Fisher to come in when we're talking about pooping in the bed. What's up, John?
So, pretty girl, but really nuts. And I think that for the most part, I mean, it would probably be a safe financial move for them to not have her in the film at this point. Until she seeks major counseling and try to get the help for herself. I mean, obviously the marriage was a toxic marriage. I think she called domestic on Johnny. And I don't know if it was a true thing or not. I'm not here to judge that, but it caused him to not have roles and movie roles and things like that. So they were doing things to each other, and unfortunately, it messed with the paper, it messed with their careers, and so they just need to get away from each other. It's a toxic relationship, so hopefully Johnny Depp will come back from this, and the whole Jack Sparrow, and so
where's the rum gone?
I'm seeing so many people like listen, I'm a TikTok fiend because it just is what it is. I see so many people doing the run, the do 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 do. It's cracking me up. It's cracking me up.
It's insane. So,
yep.
But on Andrew Garfield, I mean, I think that Andrew Garfield he's a very I would say he's a very accomplished actor. He is very serious about his craft. And I think that for him, it needs to, in order for him to even come back and play Spider-Man, you see what it had to be. No Way Home was amazing. It was an amazing film. And if it got Andrew Garfield's attention to come back and put on the tights again, that means that the script was solid. It was some type of motivation there. It was something that was going to add, and not take away from his craft. So for him, I'm pretty sure that they had all these ideas and said, hey, Andrew, we can, put you back in the costume and do this and do that. And Andrew's like, no, 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 no. You're not going to put my name to something that is going to not elevate this to the way it should be. So I'm pretty sure Andrew just said, you know what, I'm just going to step back and bow out gracefully and not do it unless it's something that's worth coming back to. So hats off for him to doing that. Yeah, man. So as far as Avatar, I wasn't a huge fan of the first one, but I did enjoy.
I'm sorry. Did you say you were not a huge fan of a movie?
Imagine that.
That's only like the third.
No, I was.
Right down the date and the time.
No, we got 6 movies now. We counted 6 movies. We got 6 movies, Charles.
We forced those 5 movies on him. We forced.
Oh yeah, we did.
That's true.
It's true, we did.
Because I actually enjoyed those movies that I last bottom 5. But Avatar, Avatar was good. It was a really good film. It just wasn't like that film. Like I was like, oh my God, this is like, I didn't walk away like that. But I did felt like the story was, it was like, it kind of felt familiar, and I like Stephen Lang. I always like Stephen. He's always the
colonizer's always colonizing.
Yo, he's always yeah, and I forgot the girl from Alien was in there too, right? What's her name?
Sigourney Weaver. Yep,
Sigourney Weaver was in there. So but I'm hearing that this one's supposed to be a little bit more intense, more emotional, more sort of like a tearjerker type of situation. So so in that aspect, I'm ready to put back and go back with the blue people and see what they got to offer. So,
hey, yo, all right, let's go to Chase.
Also, Johnny Fish, may the 4th be with you as well.
May the 4th be with you always.
May the 4th be with you guys.
All right, so let's just start with Amber. At the end of the day, nothing's more toxic than being in a toxic relationship where there's money. Because when two broke people decide to break up, they just leave and they take their remotes and the one TV that they bought and they go. When there's millions and millions of freaking dollars, everybody starts making up fantastic stories.
Mind you, hear is boom, 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 boom.
You know what I'm saying? Mind you, they're both actors. They've both been in movies, so they can tell some fantastic ass stories. So when you start hearing that people shit on the bed, it's like, so at what point were you in the argument? Were you like, you know what? I'm gonna go in here and shit on the bed and just leave it? Like
on your side.
Yeah, like when did that become like something to do? So I'm just like tired of seeing the whole thing. Like, look, split the shit down the middle. I don't care what. I just don't want to see this shit anymore. This shit is messy as hell and whatnot. So I'm just tired of the whole freaking thing. Let's talk about the Avatar. So I'm completely here for this. I loved the first Avatar movie. It was so dope. It was groundbreaking. The CGI in there, the digital art, everything was absolutely amazing, especially for that period and whatnot. Great story. So I'm completely looking forward to this, man. I hope they do it complete justice because this thing's, man, listen, this was one of the top grossing movies of that year. One of the top grossing. That's just how good it was. So, this shit was doing Marvel numbers at a time when there really weren't any Marvel movies out. Exactly. So I'm completely here for this. I really hope they do it justice. So let's talk about my man, Andrew. So I'm reminded of a rap song that says, "There's only so long fake thugs can pretend." And Sony has been pretending for a very long time. So this goes back to my original conversation where I said, I feel like Sony tries to get one step ahead of Marvel by writing their movies after one of Marvel's movies comes out. And then when they find out that Marvel's going in a different direction, they delay the movie so that they can reshoot it. And I think that somebody promised Andrew Garfield some stuff that's not going to happen. And as Charles just said, No Way Home. Listen, if you play basketball and you play with guys who think they can play, and then you go play in the NBA, and you come back to the park, you realize those guys can't play basketball. So when you do a No Way Home, and then you get back to a Sony where there's no MCU, it's very, very obvious that this is not the place for me to be. And for somebody that takes their whole career seriously, he's like, listen, I'd rather sit on my ass and do nothing than do another movie with you the way that it's being done. So shout out to you, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew.
Right. Stand it up for the people.
Stand
F
up.
Sony.
F
Sony. F Sony in the A and B and L on their face. Anyway, let's go to Aaron. Aaron.
Yeah, I'll just make it quick. So yeah, I agree. Nothing is more toxic than shitting on the bed. No, I agree. That's beyond toxic.
We're having a very aggressive night tonight, and we're only 27 minutes in. Continue.
Right, so listen, I'll make it quick. To summarize, Andrew Garfield, good for you. You shouldn't do any more projects with Sony because they already botched you once. All they'll do is botch you again.
Actually, twice.
Right, so twice. Sorry, my bad. So you're right. Unless the MCU is involved, unless the Feige's are involved, don't be involved in any projects. That's what I would say. And Andrew Garfield's doing the right thing if that's really the route that he's going to go. As far as Avatar, I'll be completely honest with you. I didn't see the first movie. I know I haven't seen the first movie.
What did you say?
You never saw Avatar.
Oh, I haven't.
I will. Just so we're straight right now, it's now Avatar and the
Justice League Snyder
That's
Cut,
where
yeah.
that's where we're at.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. One more strike, we're gonna revoke your nerd card.
That's fine.
You can put you in with the cool guys.
That's fine.
I know what we're doing after brunch on Saturday, Aaron.
That's fine. I'm in. I'm good. This whole Amber Heard situation. I mean, I'll just sum it up like this. We've already talked about, all that. That it's beyond toxic. The DCU is just a mess in general between the Flash and this nonsense. Now I don't know what is happening there.
Did something happen with the Flash? What happened?
I don't know. He's probably still punching people in Hawaii right now. I have no idea. Last I heard, he was throwing chairs at bitches and shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know. The whole situation is wild. But I do agree. At this point, she has to be removed from Aquaman. There's no other option. I mean, just recast her. Call it a day. It is what it is.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, she's only in like 10 minutes of Aquaman, from what has been like leaked out there. So, yeah, they're probably done with her.
Just recast her. That's it.
Yeah,
they can't afford it. Yeah.
All right. The next three that we got. Let's see which way I want to take this.
How much news? How much more news we got exactly? What are we doing?
We got like three more. I'll give you guys three more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Rob Liefeld penned a deal with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a spin-off of The Foot. The book is going to focus on Shredder and the army of ninjas that he has.
Oh,
yeah, that's going to be a freaking huge one. Spider-Man director John Watt exits Marvel's Fantastic Four. Also, one of my favorites, we're going to get a Kung Fu Hustle 2.
Shut up. No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Oh, I want to go first.
All right, who wants it first?
I want it first. Kung Fu Hustle? Yo, that movie, I feel like, is so underrated. It's the most ridiculous freaking Kung Fu movie ever. But some of the scenes in that movie are dope. I don't care what anyone says. It's like goofy dope. Like the fact that they're going to do a second one of those, you just got a genuine reaction from me because I did not know that. And that's awesome. That movie was so good. TMNT, give me all of it. I want as much TMNT as I can get, except don't let Michael Bay touch the characters, and I never want to see what I had to see from those two movies ever again. Granted, in the second one, he gave me Craig, whatever, however you say it.
Yeah.
He gave me that. That was nice, but don't ever make a turtle with Michael Bay involved ever again, because that was not a turtle. Stop it. I'm sorry. What was the other one? I missed it.
The Rob Life. Oh, like Rob Liefeld. Kung Fu Hustle.
I missed the one in between.
John Watt lead Fantastic Four.
This one is interesting to me because both sides kind of didn't say there was ill will or anything like that. Allegedly, no creative differences. I think I think the guy was just not only spent on doing that Spider-Man trilogy, because that last movie must have been an undertaking, especially with all the COVID stuff they probably had to deal with in between. Like, that must have been such an undertaking that the guy probably needed a break. However, I think he just wants to stay with with Spider-Man, because obviously they're probably going to do another couple movies with Tom Holland. Hopefully Sony touches as little of that as possible, but they're Sony, who the heck knows. But I'm very curious to see who they put in his place, and depending on how Doctor Strange goes, like, Sam Raimi's name's getting thrown around a lot. Mm-hmm. And listen, there's also rumors out there that John Krasinski, he, obviously they've done all that fan casting for Fantastic Four, but he's been in the director's seat for a little while. Like, I don't know if you guys saw A Quiet Place. The first two movies, he directed those. I believe he directed both. I know he definitely did the first one, but like, they were great. So, like, honestly, like, even if I don't get him in live action, like, give me him on the director's seat. Like, maybe he does some good stuff. I don't know. But very interesting choice. I'm curious to see what they do with the director of that. So I'm good. Let's go to Chase.
So, let's see. Let's start with Kung Fu Hustle. Being a Kung Fu head, I come from the era where 3 p.m. everybody goes in the house to watch, Kung Fu movies at 3 p.m. I kind of remember when Kung Fu Hustle came out. Can't say I was necessarily a fan of it, but I understood why some people like it. It is a lot of slapstick humor and whatnot. I don't know that I'm looking forward to number 2, but
what?
Yeah, I just.
Oh, I love
it. So good. When you're a fan of Gordon Liu and some of these other guys that
Danny Chan,
and like,
right. You don't want the slapstick humor.
Yeah, it's like you don't really want to see somebody make fun of that, because they're
wasn't making fun of that. Kicking people in the face with flip-flops on.
Yeah, a little bit too Benny Hill for me. Rob Liefeld. So I think this is just him doing his normal business, man. He's a great dude. He does great work. So I'm curious to see how this goes. I adore these spinoffs sometimes because you really get backstories, and Shredder and the Foot are a solid character and solid subject in the TMNT series, so they're long overdue for their own thing. And this could just spin this off into a whole multi-universe of its own. So yeah, I definitely am looking forward to that. And last but not least, John Watt. Well, I think that it only goes to show that no matter how many great things you do, there's always going to be something that's going to cause you a problem. And John Watt at this point is looking at this Fantastic Four movie and is basically saying, "You're not going to put my name on this shit." Like, listen, you know what I mean? Listen, you don't step off from this Fantastic Four movie comes out and it's a great movie. You make history. But if it comes out and it's crap, guess what? You know what I mean? So for him to step off absolutely tells me that what they are planning to do is another white dog shit moment, and he just wasn't trying to be a part of it. So I gotta respect it.
I hope it's not 5, man. I hope it's not 5 bad movies in a row.
Dude, fifth time's a charm. That's what I always say. Anyway,
The 6th or the 8th.
all right, let's go to Aaron.
Sure. So, what was the Kung Fu movie? I've never seen it.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu
Never,
Hustle?
never seen it.
We won't count that one. It's okay.
Never
It's a
seen
very
it. No
it's a
idea.
very one-off weird movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no idea. John Watt leaving Fantastic Four. Is John Krasinski just gonna direct it?
I don't know, man.
Like, why not? Why not?
I mean, listen. If
Why
Sam
not?
Raimi kills Doctor Strange, that's a big name out there too, right now.
Yeah, but like Sam Raimi is like a horror guy, not Fantastic Four-ish. You know what I mean?
And he also made Spider-Man.
I was about to say the first two Spider-Man movies were good. I can't talk about the third, but the first two movies were good.
Okay.
He did the second and the third.
He did the first and the second and the third. He did all three of them.
He did the first one too?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I give him that. I give him the first one. The other two, ugh.
I mean, I don't. I mean, like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, Watt leaving. I mean, I think we've all had kind of this discussion on here. Like, I know he did the Spider-Man trilogy, and obviously, No Way Home is what it is. I didn't really like Homecoming or Far From Home. I don't really think it's that big of a loss. Like, neither of those movies were that good to me. They were solid, but I would never. Those movies are on, and I don't actively pursue to watch them.
Yeah,
so
I don't need to watch them.
You know what I mean? Like I'm good. Like, so I mean, I'm not gonna knock him as a director. No Way Home was great, but No Way Home had so much nostalgia in it. That's what made it great. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, at least. So, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's a bad loss, because, like, listen, Fantastic Four needs to be done so well in the MCU this time around, because if it's not, they've lost us. Like, all of us.
Yeah, they
With how
need
many
to
bad.
that.
It has to be knocked out of the park. Doctor Doom, Galactus, Silver Surfer.
They need
all
to
of
make
it.
that movie
All
a
of
top 10 movie in the
100%.
MCU. They have to.
It has to be. No other option. No other option.
Yeah, literally, like that movie probably will, if done correctly, will probably stand out above all the other Marvel movies
It
ever
could.
made.
Yep.
It could,
Yep.
for sure.
And listen, he might have dropped out because of that pressure. Like, maybe he just doesn't want that pressure.
That might be part of it. That might
Who
be
the heck?
part of it.
Who the heck wants that pressure? You know, who wants that smoke?
Or that script was shit.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that's possible too. That's possible too. But
how could a Fantastic Four script be shit?
It
writes itself.
Have you seen the one with
Have
Michael
you not
B. Jordan?
seen?
Yeah, but that's no. Listen, I'm talking about the Feiges and the Russo brothers.
Okay.
Like, come on, bro. Like, those other Fantastic Fours, those were just whoever made Galactus the Cloud needs to be hung over a bridge by his fucking toes. You know what I mean? Like this shit is crazy. Like,
the question really becomes, who is writing this movie? That's what the question becomes, and I don't know the answer to that question.
And I'm sorry, what was it? What was the third topic?
TMNT, with the Shredder and the Foot being the main part of that.
I have no input. I'll pass it on to Charles.
I'm gonna stop you right there. What Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies have you seen?
Absolutely none of them.
Okay,
that's strike three.
Punch his card. Punch his card. Just punch his card. Punch his card. Punch his card. That's it. Just punch his card.
Not a team. No, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've never been a TMNT fan. I just haven't.
You don't know. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja.
I watched the cartoon when I was a kid. That's it.
Is that
you played the video game? You played the video game? The video game was good.
I played the video game as well when I was
that was
a kid.
Good.
Yes, I played it, but I never watched like I never got into TMNT like past that. When I was a kid.
We're gonna have a movie night at the Man Cave.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Man Cave 101 podcast, where we roast Aaron for the rest of the episode for not watching a certain movie.
Drop down. Oh, come on,
all right, let's give it. There he is. All right, we're fucking. Let's give it to Charles. Charles, what up?
All right, so
ouch.
So
John
first
Fisher,
off,
ouch.
I'll start with the Rob Liefeld with the Foot. I am so on board with this story. One thing I do give credit is when someone takes something and that's already been great. And they have managed to pull out another spin on characters that didn't get as much information background as others. I'll go down the list. You have Cobra Kai, right, where we have a different perspective of Johnny's side of the story compared to what we got Ralph's side. We got not Ralph, Daniel, but we
Yep.
didn't get Johnny's. So Cobra
Mr.
Kai was
LaRusso.
Johnny's, right? So to see that, or what was the other one? Maleficent, where we get the Wicked Queen side
Love that.
of the, which
like
was
that.
amazing.
Love that.
So
Yeah.
I'm all
I'm
for
passionate about
them.
Angelina Jolie. I need to say. It has to be said. You brought it up.
Hey, yo.
I'll take it. Passionate with horns and all. I don't give a damn.
Hey yo,
Oh, she killed
Hey,
it.
yo.
Hey yo.
Bing bong.
She killed it. I mean, even with Creed 2, with showing the Drago, and what he went through.
Yep.
Where he lost his family, he lost his wife, he lost his country, what he went through with that defeat, from Rocky at the end. So I love when they tell us a story from a different perspective. So I'm all for to see how how the Foot recruits and the type of I'm pretty sure they're going to show all the different levels that they have to go through in order to become
Training
an actual
and all
Foot
that.
soldier and all that stuff.
Yep.
I'm sure it's going to be like hardcore, like what's that movie that Rain did back in the day? Was it Ninja Shadow with Shokazuki? He was like older, and the way he was like that intensity, like that type of thing. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. As far as the Fantastic Four, okay. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right here and right now.
He just sat up in his seat, guys. Be careful. Yo, he just sat up in his
I'm gonna
seat.
tell you guys right here and right now that this is going to be a mega blockbuster hit. And the reason why I say that is because we know what the Fantastic Four is bringing. That's Galactus, that's Surfer. Trust me that
Doom.
Marvel is making sure. And if my man stepped away from it, maybe he was asked to, because maybe they have other plans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could
They did
be.
go
I
on that
mean,
resort
my
trip.
thing is, this is going to be an epic. Forget about what came before. Forget all about it, because this movie is going to do numbers. Ridiculous numbers. We're going to get it all. We're going to get Herbie the robot. We're going to get it all. We're getting it all.
The robot.
You know what I mean? I'm telling you, Marvel is so smart and clever when it comes to introducing, and this is this is their first family. This is their first comic.
Yeah, literally.
It was called the Greatest Comic Magazine for many years.
Yeah.
So trust me, Fantastic Four, guys, it's going to be incredible.
Bring me
Heard it here
Doom.
first.
Bring me Doom.
Doom is going to be on
Bring
point.
me Doom. I
Bring
want
a
Doom.
Nihilist. Bring Mole Man.
Facts.
Bring
a
just
nihilist.
Leech.
Yes.
All of them. Bring it all. Like
bring
and
all of
humans back.
All of
Like
it. All of it.
Fantastic Four is going to be that bridge. So this is going to be an epic film, and I believe Krasinski, like you said, with the director's chair, Aaron.
I think he's gonna be around.
I think he's gonna do it. I think that's
be
probably gonna be, and I think he's gonna be Reed. I'm telling you, he's gonna be Reed.
You think he's gonna do it?
You think so? He'll do it again?
I think he's gonna be Reed, and his wifey could be Sue.
Wow.
I think we're gonna get to that. I think,
really?
I think we're all.
His wifey could be Invisible Woman.
I would. We're gonna get to that.
I would rock with that.
You know what I mean?
It's been fan casted for a very long time. Very long time.
So
I don't know if he'll do it again.
I know, for real.
Listen, I just see so many great things with this, so I'm all for that. And as far as Kung Fu Hustle, it's so funny. A buddy of mine, shout out to Floyd. He's a comic. He has Final Boss Comics up in Lawrence, New Jersey, and me and him, we've been comic heads, been friends and comic heads for years, and he's the one that loves a lot of comedy type stuff. So he's a big Jackie Chan fan. He likes Jackie Chan over Bruce. Like he's a big comedy head.
Whoa.
So he was a big. I know he's a big Kung Fu Hustle. He's a big Kung Fu
You're
Hustle.
friends with that guy?
I'm friends with that guy.
Exactly. You're friends with that.
Yo, that sounds like number one bullshit guy right there.
Do you like fight before you like take hands or something?
Like he
Number one
respects
bullshit
Bruce Lee.
guy.
Don't get me wrong. He just prefer because he's a comedy dude.
okay,
That's all.
okay.
It's not like he don't like Bruce Lee.
All right, we'll let that pass.
That one will slide.
Don't make me come find you, Floyd. Don't make me come find you. Don't disrespect Bruce ever.
Floyd. Floyd. We're gonna go to the new comic day.
Don't make me come find
comic
you.
book day. But yeah, so he's a big fan of the Kung Fu Hustle and the Kung Fu. I think there was another one, Kung Pao and all that. He's a big fan of that stuff. So I'm not a huge fan of like parodies like that. I'm like my brother, like we have meditated completely in the temple with these martial arts movies, bro. Like you have no understand.
Like, literally.
Wait.
Like,
I gotta know one thing. Know one thing.
Yes.
Who got the monkey knuckle? Who got hit with the monkey knuckle first? The crane fall.
Listen, I knew not to hit him.
Yo, Chase.
At all. So I know.
I knew these moves got practiced in the house, and somebody felt the pain afterwards.
Nah, I knew better than that. I knew better than that.
I'll play in the fifth. we were kids.
I mean, I do get a kick out of some people making fun of comedy. Like I remember, was it a Sweet Tooth in Living Color? What you call and who can forget Dragonfly from Martin, bro?
Yeah,
like,
Dragonfly.
Silence.
Silence.
So I do appreciate some funny moments when it comes to Kung Fu, but Kung Fu
Bruce
Hustle,
Leroy, that's all I have to say.
Hey, listen, the glow. The glow.
Yeah.
Show enough. The glow.
Listen,
Show enough.
And let me just say something. My man Show Enough deserves his own spinoff, man.
100%.
I agree.
I really wish he could have got a spinoff, bro, because listen,
he got an animated series.
He made that movie. I don't care what nobody says. He made that movie, bro.
I agree. Show Enough was a great villain. I think he's one of the best villains in movies. And
honestly,
like he's not considered. I wish he was, because Show Enough is a great villain character.
Let's start the campaign right now. Legend of Show Enough.
Legend of Show Enough.
Let's do it. Samuel Jackson. Come on, man.
What?
Come on, MF. All through the movie.
But I think
so mad he's not here for this one.
I think Show Enough has an animated series right now.
He does.
I gotta send out the link to you guys.
I
haven't even started watching it yet.
That's
but
cool.
It's all about Show Enough's rise to power, like you were talking about, or the backstory of the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
He has an animated series that's out now. I gotta send out the link to you guys so that way you guys can peep it.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, I'm all for that.
Awesome. And then just last but obviously not least, we would be ridiculous not to talk about May the 4th be with you. Obviously, new Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer dropping today. Listen, we got Darth Vader being put back together. We got all the Grand Inquisitor coming. We got the interaction with young Luke and possibly young Leia. We got all these things coming, and I'd be crazy not to say thank you, Star Wars, because you have come back in a big way in our lives. Aside from those new sequel movies, but whatever.
I enjoyed them.
Listen, anyone got something to say about some Star Wars? Because we need to get pulled up.
Can I get a new series on the Clone Wars? Can I get
for real?
Can I get the Clone Wars? Because bro, I could sit and just watch that damn thing over and over and over and over and over.
Yo, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau right now are the truth. They are giving us Star Wars that we never thought we'd ever receive. So
I agree with
thank you to all of them.
Okay, I got one more thing in the news I have to mention. before we get into Moon Knight and what's the face, we lost a legend in the comic book world.
Yes.
We lost
Yes.
Mr. Neal Adams. If you know anything about Batman, you know this man. If you know
Yeah.
anything about comic book artists, you know
Mhm.
about this man.
Mm-hmm.
This man has been doing comic books, Jesus,
Forever.
forever. Since I've been picking up comic books, he's been one of my favorite artists. Right next to not art creators, next to Stan Lee, next to Ditko, next to all the greats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
So,
we lost him this week.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speculate or say anything about how he died. I just want to praise him as his work, and his work speaks for himself. And if you've never been on a live auction with his sales for his comic book and for his art and for his passion,
yeah.
you'll never
Are you
meet
gonna
a nicer
understand?
person. You'll never get the same guy as Neal Adams. And
Okay.
and if you love Neal Adams, and if you love Alex Ross, he gives praise to Neal Adams for his realism. Alex Ross got his skills from Neal Adams. So
Yeah.
past being the present, I just want to give praise to the man. He did a lot for us, and
Yeah, he did.
deserves.
Yeah. I want to just definitely shout out Neal Adams, bro. If you come from back where we came from, if you watch Saturday morning cartoons, you were watching Neal Adams and didn't know it. The man simply has just done everything there is to do with the comic or comic art. And one of my favorite pieces of art, as most of the team knows, is the iconic Superman versus Muhammad Ali cover. It was an oversized comic. And one of the reasons why it's my favorite, obviously, because Muhammad Ali's in there, but also because he was one of Neal Adams' favorites. And the idea that he would take Superman at the time was probably the top superhero next to Batman.
Yeah.
So he put Muhammad Ali in the ring fighting Superman being a hero and Muhammad Ali being himself, and was still able iconically to go up against Superman in a ring. And then it was a spectacle because everybody in the audience is somebody. So if you ever buy the actual poster, there comes with a guide, and everybody in the audience, and I mean, like, there's literally, it must be hundreds of people in the audience, but everybody in there is somebody that's a celebrity in the audience. And he took the time to like draw this. So this just goes to show you the level of skill and commitment to what he does. So yeah, I definitely was sad to hear his passing. Rest in peace, and thank you for everything that you've done.
Amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
Amazing.
All right. Rest in peace, Neal Adams. All right. Well, I think that calls for a shot. If nothing else,
Yes.
I don't know what does.
Salute.
Salute.
To Mr. Adams.
Salute.
They're not getting easier tonight, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as Chase would say, it's time for Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Gratuitous violence.
Gratuitous violence.
I think the way we do this is we give our opinions on the finale and what we thought, and then maybe give it a as a whole, how was this rounded out versus some of the other Disney Plus shows. So I'm going to start with Aaron. Well, let's change it up a little bit here. Let's go to Aaron.
Okay, fair. So I honestly really enjoyed the finale. It was a little short. It was only like, I think 40 something or 50 minutes or something like that. I don't remember. 40 something minutes.
43 minutes. That was a minute on.
It was a little short. But I enjoyed everything that I saw. Obviously, just in case anybody here is watching and doesn't, this is spoilers. We all watched it. This, that, the other thing. We're spoiling it. So if you haven't watched it, back up and come back and watch later. It's fine. But we've been waiting for Scarlet Scarab since episode 2, and she made her appearance.
Hey, yo.
Yes.
Yeah, full blown passion alert.
I will say again, I don't want to be too harsh of a critic because I got why they did it, but when they had her in the costume and she was stopping the car from hitting the kid, and she was like, "Are you some type of superhero?" And then she was like, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, Marvel, we get it. She's an Egyptian superhero. We understand. Okay, I get it." Marvel just forces that down all of our throats constantly.
No, they've never done that before. I don't know what you're talking about.
Every time there's a movie.
No.
They have to, bro. They're trying to do it.
No, I know. That's what I said. I'm not. Listen, I'm not being critical, but I get it. I got it. You know what I mean? Like I understand.
In that suit, though.
When I loved the fight scene, first off, I thought the CGI on the show hasn't been perfect, but I honestly thought the fight between Khonshu and Ahmet was really, really well done. I thought it was dope to see that. And I loved when Harrow and Moon Knight were fighting. I loved that he was switching personalities from Steven and Mark.
So
back and forth. I was like, it's ridiculous, but I was like, it was like I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And then ultimately, we got Jake Lockley. We got Jake Lockley, and I was like, first off, I'm talking about the fight scene. Forget the post credit. I'm talking about just the fight scene when he blanked out again and then came back to and had Harrow. I was like, okay, so Jake just fucked everybody up. That's what happened. Jake just woke up and fucked everybody up. Okay, I was like, all right, cool. I fucks with it. And then the post credit scene. For me, I was like, first off, shout out to Oscar Isaac again. I know we've shouted him out a bunch on this podcast.
Good.
He's been good in every single personality. And the fact that he changed again to Jake and he had like this thuggish accent to him or some shit like that. I was like,
he's speaking Spanish.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I was like, okay, like, all right, shout out Oscar Isaac. First off, you're coming back as Moon Knight. Stop lying to us because you can't. You can't stop lying to us. Mickey Mouse is giving you the bag. It's okay. You'll be back. We get it. We'll see you.
We'll see you.
Yeah, we're gonna see you. There's no way that it ends the way it ends, and we don't see him again. That would be horrible if that happened. Yeah, I just think I enjoyed the episode. I think it was like I said, a little short, but it left me wanting more. And I thought there was still some things missing. I want to go back and rewatch the whole thing, start to finish, again to see if there were things that I missed, because I feel like there probably were that I wasn't paying attention to at the time. But all in all, I just thought it was a solid. And I'll say this, and then you guys can, if you want to run with it, you can. I said when the show first came out, it had a chance to surpass Loki as best show. It didn't. Loki's still the best show that's good that Disney Plus come out with so far, 100%, bar none. And I don't know if that's my opinion because of Kang. It's possibly that. I also just thought Loki had a little bit more, like a better rhythm to it, almost, if that makes sense, than this show did. The pacing was a little bit better. So I'll just say right now that Loki so far is like top tier show, and I don't know what show that's coming out is going to beat it. It might take a while, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it, and I want more Moon Knight. I want more gratuitous violence. I want all. I want all of it. I'm gonna say it for the umpteenth time. I want Midnight Suns. Please, Marvel. Please, I'm begging you. Please, Midnight Suns. Just give it to us. Please. Give us our shit, Marvel. I want Midnight Suns.
Give it to him, Marvel. Please. Give it to him.
All right. Speaking of gratuitous violence, Leo. Let me hear about all the violence that you loved on this and what you thought as a whole.
This is what I've been waiting for. So the switching and him telling Layla, "Hey, I learned some new skills in the suit."
Whoa, that was good.
I was like, "Oh wait, hold up! You just knocked out two people, fucking straight up." He just jumped up and punched him. I was like, all right. And then he took out the sticks again. I was like, all right, go ahead. And the Oscar Isaacs deserves 3 checks for this fucking movie, for the show. Each one of those characters deserves a goddamn check, and he collects all of them.
He better win something. He better win
deserves-
something.
Oh, dude, he has to.
He has to win something.
Those three characters, when he changes back in
Mhm.
the fluent way that he changes from those three personalities, it's almost Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh wow!
Facts. It's that level for sure.
By the way,
It's
I'm just this is a cap. No, it's not.
John Fisher, stop messing with us.
It's not. It's not.
Oh,
She-Hulk is not. She-Hulk is not going to be better than Loki. There's no way. Can't be.
No possible way. For that.
Show your work. Show your work.
The thing is, I do get She-Hulk because nothing has never been done with her.
Mhm.
That's I give him a little bit of credit, but it's not going to be better than Moon Knight. I
No.
guarantee that.
I don't know. If it's
Also-
gonna be
Also, with the way Layla came out and she came out in that suit,
Yo, this is gonna sound creepy, but I think she smells really nice.
What did you say?
I think she smells very nice.
What did he say?
I think she smells very nice.
Let me guess. Egyptian musk? Let me guess.
he just must go.
I don't know if that's passionate or Amber Heard level creepy. I'm not really sure.
No, I did not shit on her. It's taking a left turn. Leo, just
He's taking it
Okay,
all
right. Back to the gratuitous violence.
Please, please.
The
Can't even have an
CGI
opinion on this podcast.
the CGI, and when he actually took flight,
Yes.
when
That was
Khonshu told him, "You think? Listen, worm." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, and he let him take flight, and he did the crescent moon. Oh my god! I
That
was like,
was so dope.
you don't know. All the time that he did that in the comic book, it looks so fucking cool, and to see it actually in motion from the comic books,
Dope.
it just blew my mind. Right now, between Loki, the only thing that different with Aaron's point, the only thing that differentiates that word
We got you, Leo.
is that Loki, we have a mega villain coming out.
Right.
And the only thing that's not stopping, we already beat a mega villain in Moon Knight, but we have a little bit of a tailspin of Jack coming out. And dude, when he busted him in the face 2 times in the car, gangster style, I was like, yeah, get it.
Agreed.
And Khonshu in the suit, whoever does that,
Khonshu in the suit.
whoever does that in the Comic-Con this year,
you
win.
Yeah,
Whoever does cosplay as Khonshu in the suit at Comic-Con wins the whole fucking Comic-Con.
Yo, someone's making that head. Someone's making that head for sure.
Right now. Yeah, right now.
Right now.
Right now. Somebody's making it right now.
Leo, as a whole, how do you rate the series?
Out of a 10?
Well, just in general versus other shows and things like that.
Loki's got to still be better.
Yeah, Loki's still on top just because he brought out Kang. So it's and the way the actor played Kang, man, when he said, "You don't know, wait until you meet my other parents," you thought I was me. You meet until me. I was like, "Oh shit, this is about to get real."
Yeah,
and the way Marvel does things, like we said, Kang is probably gonna take another 4 to 5 years to come out to be.
I don't think it's gonna be that long. I think it's gonna take that long. I think you're gonna see him in Quantumania.
No, you are seeing. It's been confirmed. He's the main villain in Quantumania.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's gonna be the villain in Quantumania.
That's confirmed
for sure.
It's gonna take that long.
Now, how Ant-Man and Wasp are gonna try to beat Kang is beyond me. They're gonna need some help.
Shit,
you're gonna need some help. But
a lot of fucking help. But yeah,
let's just paint Captain Marvel. Just kidding.
Yeah, but I put that.
Wow.
We're gonna get into that.
But I do put Loki before Moon Knight, just because I want. But I give you this: if we do get a Midnight Sun,
please
series,
please,
it's gonna surpass Loki.
Not a series. We're not getting a series. That'll be a movie.
Yeah, that's gonna be a movie.
Has to be a movie.
But they still have to do a series of Ghost Rider.
But I think to your point, Leo, I don't know what they do with Ghost Rider. That's my thing. He's the missing piece. They casted Elsa. Werewolf by Night is October. Moon Knight already came out. Black Knight and Blade were both at the end of Eternals. They just sprinkling it. The last missing piece is Ghost Rider. Once Ghost Rider's out, that's it.
Imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine Andrew Garfield as Ghost Rider.
No.
He wants to play a serious role.
No.
What's more serious than Ghost Rider?
No, he's not good for that role.
He's not good for that role.
Not good for the role. He doesn't fit it.
That role.
Norman Reedus. I'm in.
Yeah. Not good for that
Give me
role.
Keanu Reeves. I'll take Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. I'd be fine with Keanu Reeves.
I need Keanu Reeves to be bigger than Ghost Rider. I really do.
Ghost Rider's huge, bro. What do you mean?
I need bigger. But I need him to be my 10-year level threat, or like my 10-year hero, whatever.
He should be Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
That I was actually thinking about. I would like that, but
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, but but my aspect of the show, I'm gonna rewatch it again. I want to watch it from the beginning, from the other one.
John Fisher. I don't know how many beers you've had tonight. But I don't. If anything, they could make that a series like they did Defenders, but Defenders didn't really like hit with a lot of people. But that's a whole other topic. Yeah, it's a whole other topic.
They didn't stick to the script with Defenders, and
no, they didn't.
The Defenders as a comics book series was great, but they didn't stick to the script. They really have to start over again and fix a lot. So I don't know if you're gonna quite get that one.
Hear me out. You ready? Hear me out. This is my thought, and I know we're gonna get into Doctor Strange in a little bit. This movie unleashes some type of a nether realm being, a bigger Mephisto, somebody, and this causes Doctor Strange to need help of Midnight Suns. That's it. There it is. Doctor Strange and Midnight Suns take down, I don't know, Mephisto. Some you know. I'm talking about a Doctor Strange big bang. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a netherworldly threat. That's my thought.
Yeah.
I got you.
I like it. All right, let's go to Chase for Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Oh my gosh. So first of all, great episode. Gratuitous violence. Answered a lot of my previous questions about what happens to him once he dies and he has a suit on. I was concerned about how they would try to bring him back and whatnot, because we knew we were going to see him again. But they took care of it. They did a great job with it. The CGI effects, again, once Moon Knight took off at night, he's like, I'm just like, let me just run it back a couple of 100 times. Fuck, like the way he takes off and he's flying, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the fight scene is dope. The Scarlet Scarab, like she just pops out like boom. I'm like, oh really? That's what we're gonna do? That's what we're doing. I'm like, and I like that she actually fights. So she really has that warrior thing going on. It's not like just cutesy stuff. Like she's actually in the battle. And they didn't dial her down with the fight scenes, which I loved. And in the whole thing about you're the Egyptian superhero, like if Marvel's not doing anything, they're making sure that everybody's represented. And so that's just good business, because at the end of the day, all this does is just make sure that when they put these movies out in any country, don't be surprised, you start seeing Martian people in here. Wherever this movie shows, somebody's gonna have something to relate to go sit down in that chair and watch it. Mm-hmm. So they're just being very, very smart and letting them know that no, it wasn't just haphazardly we made an Egyptian superhero. The fight scenes was dope. I like that they didn't do something stupid to get rid of Amit. Like they really stuck to the story and made the whole process work. Now, I'm not gonna lie. At the end, I know not to turn it off. I've learned. I used to get up and go at the end, but I'm like, okay, just watch it till there's nothing.
Yep.
I did not see. At the point that they come back into the hospital and Harold's sitting there, I'm not even thinking about Jake at this point. I'm thinking like, something else is gonna happen to him, and they get in the car, and Khonshu's sitting there, and I'm like, okay, so Khonshu's gonna finally get rid of him. But then I realized, remember, like she said, he doesn't do his own dirty work. They have to do their work through an avatar. And I'm like, okay, so what is he gonna do with him? And then the blinder comes down. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about Jake. Listen, next season is gonna be one hell of a season for Moon Knight. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, because when Jake shows up, bro, shit. I tell you what I realized real quick. Each personality is in tier. So Steven's at a low tier. He's very moral. Mark fights, but he's still kind of a moral guy. And Jake absolutely has no problem with the gratuitous violence.
No fucks given.
These three balance each other out, because when the more danger that he's in, suggests which personality comes out. So when he's almost dead and then he wakes up and fucking Arrow's dead, I'm just like, oh shit, because I knew that wasn't Mark at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Jake gives no fucks. He's not playing gratuitous violence all over the fucking place. So overall, I thought it was great. Yeah, I wish it could have been a little bit longer, but I'm looking forward to next season. It's gonna be so dope. It's gonna be so dope.
Nice. All right, Charles, what do we got?
Oh man, well, you guys have touched on so many great points, so I'll try to go a little bit different. This particular episode had me laughing. It did. One of the things that had me laughing really funny was, the fact that Khonshu got game. Khonshu, he don't miss a beat.
In case everyone's wondering what Charles is saying, Khonshu fucks. So.
He does not miss. Like, he wakes up, he gets broken from his prison, and the first thing he do, like, where's Mark? Where he at? Oh, I don't see him. Okay, what about you, Layla? And he's like, and he's using her thirst for vengeance kind of like to manipulate, but she's like, no, I seen what you did with Mark, that type of thing. So Khonshu is always about his mission, what I mean? So that made me laugh. And then the part when Layla was about to stab my man, about the jailhouse stab Harold in the desert, and the dead body, the dead corpses woke up in Tara Red's voice, I was cracking up. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, hey, how you doing? And the way that they did it, and the guy be dead, all of a sudden he wakes up. Yeah, and Layla, Mark says don't do it. And
I have a really great suit.
Well, it's Tara Wet.
Yeah. I was like, that was fun. And it was great that, that whole, because we kind of suggested that Tara Wet was going to probably use Layla as an avatar. So we did get that moment and everything else. And then she got a glimpse of about her dad and how her dad felt and all that good stuff. So that was cool. I thought that the fight sequences with Moon Knight was on point. People don't realize when they talk about fighting styles, like superheroes with the best fighting styles, they go with Daredevil, you go with Black Panther, you go with Blade, you go with Black Widow, Cap, and nobody talks about Moon Knight. These guys, and they talk about different fighting styles. Like we go back to martial arts, right, bro? Like we go back to, JKD, Jeet Kune Do, and, Sistema and Muay Thai and all these different types of fighting art and fighting styles, and Kali, which is with the sticks fighting, the Philippine stuff. My man from that played in with Danny Inosanto, who was in the Game of Death, the first, that his style, you know what I mean? So all that stuff, I just loved it. And like you guys said about the whole switching back and forth, I thought that was really, really cool. I think that the great thing about this was that the realization that he understands that he needs, he needs both of them in order for them to do the things that they need to do. So the fact that Mark understands that he needs Steven, and he can't live without Steven, and vice versa. They know that they're like brothers. so they're able to share the vessel. Now, the funny thing that was kind of sort of like a hint type of thing when Khonshu, he's like, okay, you told us if we whatever, then you'll leave us alone. And Khonshu was like, all right, fine, I'll leave both of you alone, not the third of you alone.
Yeah, that's true.
Khonshu, boy, he got game. Khonshu got game. So he was very specific about what he wanted, and he got what he wanted. But overall, is if what series is the best? Man, it's so crazy because every series has added, like I got to see Monica Rambeau in the vision in the WandaVision.
WandaVision, yep.
I got to see Isaiah Bradley's Black Captain America in Winter Soldier, and then see the Dora Milaje show up in that like and then see Kang and Loki, and then Moon Knight, and it's very difficult for me because they all had shining great moments. The Kingpin showing up in Hawkeye, I was like,
but they downplayed Kingpin a lot from
they did, but
to have him there,
they got him in though.
They
did get him in.
You know what I mean? That tells you right then and there that that world, the Netflix Marvel world, is a part of this. So I'm assuming that, I mean, we had Charlie Cox show up in No Way Home, and then Kingpin show up right in the same month. You know what I mean? So I'm saying to myself, bro, like, let's get Frank Castle, let's get Luke Cage, let's get everybody in there, not Iron Fist, but everybody else.
Wait,
I was gonna say I'm waiting for Iron Fist. Iron Fist is so good, bro. What do you mean?
I mean, Colleen Wing was good.
Felt like
Misty Knight and her,
felt like
the
I got
Daughters of the
Iron
Dragon.
Fisted watching that.
That was
the only thing good about Iron Fist was the soundtrack. That's it. The only thing good about Iron Fist was the soundtrack, that it had Wu-Tang in it. That's about it.
It was.
Say what you will. Iron Fist needs a Thor level redemption from Marvel.
It does.
Yeah. A Thor level redemption. Because
Iron Fist is a great.
He's a cool character.
He's a great. I agree. I used to read those Power Man Iron Fist comics.
100%. He's a cool character. He's just, even compared to the rest of the Defenders, that show was just
God,
awful.
So,
and yes, Jake Lockley is the man. The 2-minute warning. Welcome on in.
Hey, man, Jake Lockley, man, he be Frank Castle and Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers and these people, bro. He's like, he don't play.
Man, turn around and said, "Bop, bop."
It's like we black out the same way Mark does. Like the audience, we all blacking out together and wake up and see Jake's.
He's like looking
Jake's
around,
work.
like, look at us, like, what the hell was that?
All right. I'm gonna take this one. I'm actually gonna be a little bit critical on some of this episode. But I'll start with the good stuff. Obviously, everything we all said. The action was amazing. I loved the god adding of everything. Khonshu and Amet going at it, and like some of like the scenes you see, like when like they're fighting, and then like Harrow's walking up to Moon Knight while he's on the ground, and like Amet's like stabbing Khonshu like 100 million feet in the air. That was a comic book moment. That was
it really was.
They really like went ambitious with the god stuff. It looked amazing. It looked so freaking cool. I loved all that interaction. What's it called? Like I said, the action was great with Mr. Knight. Like that whole scene with him with the batons and like him flipping around and just getting it in. Chef kiss. The flipping back and forth, loved it. Layla as Scarlet Scarab, we already know how I feel about her. She's amazing. There was something I've been trying to put my finger on, like what's been like missing for me with this episode, and it has done. I don't think it has nothing to do with the fact that it was short. For starters, right? So when Mark blacks out, and then all of a sudden everyone's down. And he has Harrow in his arms. Listen, it was a cool scene, but that was some first episode shit. Okay, I wanted to see that whole fight scene. Listen, I understand you're hiding Jack Harrow, and like maybe you save him for season 2, and Jack Harrow has a completely different suit than the other two. Like, I understand you want to leave something to be desired, but they should have showed us something. I understand you want to save it for post-credit scene. Post-credit scene was amazing. Conchu in the suit, like just him speaking Spanish. Let's add a third guy. But honestly, I feel like they missed something there. And then Harrow walking into the pyramid and killing the gods off screen. Let me see what he did. Like I wanna see it.
PG-13.
Yeah.
PG-13.
I know.
PG-13.
It's so annoying. Like there was just things missing that I just wanted, and I understand it's a shorter episode, whatever it is. But here's the thing, and here's kind of what I want to add to it too. So the last episode, this episode was 43 minutes. The last episode of Loki was 47 minutes, right? Now, what was in that episode that we didn't have here, right? Let's start with stakes. We did not know. Yeah, see, still, I know, I get it. I'm still going to see it. You're right.
The mouse needs to cover your eyes, bro.
I'm still going to critique. So, like the stakes, first of all, right? Like we, as much as we wanted Kang, and you want He Who Remains. Like, you didn't really think in a Disney Plus show that they were going to do it. Like, I personally, I don't know how you guys felt. I was sitting there, I'm like, there's no way they're going to give us Kang and an explainer of the multiverse and this, that, and like they gave it to us and then some. They threw it in our faces. They just said, like, here, like, take it, and like we took it. We had to take it, and it was some of the best Marvel stuff we've ever seen on a TV show, right? So like that's your expectation. So what is this show giving us? And I hate to say it, like, as much as I like that this show was removed from the MCU, like it at the end of it kind of hurt it a little bit, I feel like, because like you weren't as invested in the end show as you were in Loki, because you got all that extra stuff. Like, literally, the movie we're about to talk about in a few minutes is all because of what happened at the end of Loki and in WandaVision and in all these other places like that. It just, like, as much as it was cool to not have that connective tissue, I felt like it hurt it a little bit. But with that being said, I'm still really excited what they're going to do with season 2, because I want to see Conchu, I want to see Lockley, I want to see all that. But I just felt like it just, while I know Feige likes to leave some things to be desired, it might have left too much to be desired. And Mickey needs to go rated R.
Never gonna happen.
It's never gonna.
Honestly, never gonna happen.
If it doesn't,
Deadpool is going. I'm calling it now. Deadpool, if it's not rated R, I'm not gonna fucking watch it.
If it doesn't happen with Deadpool, they have to know they're going to mess up, and that's gonna be a whole nother thing. I hope they set up the Midnight Suns. I hope Oscar Isaac comes back. Give him the bag. Give him whatever the hell that man wants, because some of the best.
Give him a statue in Disneyland. That's what they need to do.
His character is easily some of the best casting in the MCU.
For sure.
Easily. So with that being said, I think it's time to move on to the meat and potatoes, if you will.
Okay, real quickly though. I gotta actually go against Leo here a little bit. I think the top costume for Halloween is going to be Steven. That white suit with the Moon Knight hood is going to be everywhere, because
dude, you got to realize you got Conchu sitting in the limo in a suit, my guy.
Listen, I'm not arguing that
New York style.
Okay, no, I'm not arguing that point. Like, and whoever does Conchu definitely is king, but Steven's white suit with the white hood is gonna be everywhere.
Leo,
I want to get that mask as soon as that mask comes out.
That's what I'm saying. Leo, think about how we reacted when we saw that poster and he was just sitting there fucking fixing to sleep with the mask. We're just like, oh, what's this?
But if whoever designs that costume for Halloween this year is going to make some serious
serious bread. Absolutely.
Serious money.
Absolutely.
Serious money.
Marvel's going to see so much money off of that costume.
I'm going to go on Etsy right now and see who's got it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move on to the meat and potatoes. It's time for Doctor Strange expectations and predictions. So if you are watching this, please no spoilers in the comments. We're gonna try and watch this movie next week. This coming weekend. We're actually me, Leo, and Aaron are going tomorrow. I'm sure Charles and Chase will be hitting it this weekend, and then we're gonna give you our reviews, spoilery reviews. But for now, we're just gonna speculate. What do we want from this movie? What do we want to see? Like, what is that? Yeah,
I'm just gonna sit here like this the whole time.
Wait, new topic, another shot.
New topic, another shot. Cheers. All right, so I think I'm gonna. They're not getting easy tonight. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think I'll start this one. So we're going into a movie with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness that is possibly going to, and probably will, change the entire MCU. And just when you thought No Way Home did enough of that, Doctor Strange is obviously going to have to deal with the ramifications of that. I honestly think not enough people are talking about the fact that, like, are we going to get some endgame ramifications too? Like, is he going to mention how he had to watch the world die 14,600,000 and whatever times and only had this one way to do it? Like, was there another way? Like, who the heck knows? And then, the connective tissue that it has to the MCU, right? So, like, I think someone, I don't know if it was Marvel or whoever it was, put out a list of things they felt like you had to watch before going into this. And one of them, obviously, What If was a big one. WandaVision was another one. No Way Home, obviously. And then there were some other things put out there that I'm not going to say because I saw it and I hate Twitter and YouTube because I've been trying to avoid things. Like, I really don't want to know things, and they just keep shoving it in my face with these trailers and stuff. And yeah, I want all of the smoke. I want all
the smoke.
And it's gonna start right here, guys, with the variants, right? So, obviously, if you've seen the trailers, the Illuminati's out here, right? And the question becomes, who are we gonna get on this list of Illuminati? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, comic heads, but I believe the original Illuminati was, so we had Doc Strange, we had Professor Xavier.
Yeah.
We had Black Bolt.
Yep.
We had Namor.
Yep.
We had Iron Man.
Yep.
And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? I'm missing at least one more.
Reed.
Reed
Richards.
All right. Right. Reed Richards. Now, obviously, up until this point, we have not had any mutants. Technically, we haven't had any.
You said the M word.
Right. I said the M word.
You said the M word.
I said the M word. We haven't had really technically any Inhumans, even though if you watch that BS show on ABC, it really wasn't that good. But I don't even know if that's canon. So we haven't had Inhumans, we haven't had mutants, and we haven't had Fantastic Four. So of those groups, right, we already know, listen, we saw a trailer, Patrick Stewart rolling out in the yellow chair. That is the most amazing effing thing in 14 years.
This is going to be my face tomorrow, guys.
I'm going to cry tomorrow. I'm going to cry. Right? We should tell him the truth.
We should tell him the truth.
What truth are you telling me? Are you going to tell me about mutants? Let me tell you something. Cameos aside, because I'm going to get into that in a second, I just want a mutant explainer. Where have you been? Are you in the multiverse? Did you hide? Like, what are we doing with the mutants? Like, I want Patrick Stewart to be the first person to say mutants. I think it's deserved. He's Patrick Stewart. He's Professor Xavier. He's the OG. Give him the moment. Let's talk about mutants. As far as Reed, I honestly think we're going to get one of two actors. We're going to get either the original Fantastic Four actor, I can't pronounce his name, from the Fox movies, from like the first and second one, or they're going to be insane and give us Krasinski. And if they give us Krasinski, that'd be dope. I think
we're getting Krasinski.
I honestly think we're getting Krasinski, and I would love to see that. I would love to see it. As far as Black Bolt, I don't know. Like, Inhumans are like a weird thing because technically Kamala Khan is an Inhuman, right? And they're taking a different direction with her character because apparently the bracelets are going to be her power instead of the whole dust and the mist that infected New York, whatever the original was. They're going away from that. So I don't know if we get Black Bolt, but obviously, if you saw the trailer, we're getting Captain Carter. Oh my God, let me talk to you about Haley Atwell right now. Oh my God.
We got a passion alert, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you guys? I know I posted in the group chat, but for everyone else in this, have you seen her at the premiere? Because my
hey
God.
yo, hey yo.
I can't even begin to describe how much I want her to put me through a wall.
Hey,
I don't care. You say what you guys want. I'm thirsty on this side of the mic, and I do not care. I would love to see her put me through a wall. But honestly, I'm really excited because I loved the what if take on Captain Carter, and even if she's not that exact version, awesome. Want to see it. I don't think we're gonna get Namor. I feel like we're saving that for Black Panther. I think the version of what's his face's character. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I'll come back to that. But a hot take too. I don't think we're getting any version of Iron Man in this movie. As much as we've seen the Ultron bots, I know Leo's very happy about it. As much as I would love to see Tom Cruise come in as Superior Iron Man, I think we mention him. I don't think we get him. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Endgame still, even though Endgame was 3 years ago, it's still too fresh, and I don't think they're going to do it. I think they want more distance on Iron Man. And then obviously we have to talk about Scarlet Witch. I believe she is the villain of this movie. I don't think there's anything controlling it. I think that chick wants her kids. Obviously, from the end of WandaVision, that chick was messed up. She's sitting there with the black hole. The black hole. Am I saying that right? The black hole. Casting spells, trying to find her kids. Clearly going through the multiverse, and she's gonna get American Chavez and try and do her bidding. I think American Chavez is the MacGuffin of this movie. How do I get her? I need her here now. Even if you look at the trailers, there's runes on the freaking the big squid guy. I think she's controlling it. I think she's going to be controlling the majority of the monsters in this movie. And Captain Carter, Jesus, not Captain Carter, Captain Marvel. The fact that we're getting Monica Rambeau, Captain Marvel, just in the trailers alone, she's already.
This is from me. This is from me. So.
She's obviously already. I'm sorry, Darkhold. The fact that we're getting her and she's probably going to be better than Brie Larson in the. She's already better. She's already better than Brie Larson in the trailers.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Yeah, so I think when that comes out, it's going to be crazy. But also, I'm going to say this: Wanda's going to kill all of them, if not most of them. I don't know. Maybe Patrick Stewart escapes. Maybe Professor Xavier escapes. Maybe Captain Carter. I don't know. Maybe one or two of them escape, but I think the majority of them are going down.
All the motherfuckers are dead.
And then I think Strange will be tasked with making a new Illuminati. And then as far as post-credit scenes, I want to see Kang. I demand to see Kang, actually. I want to see him in his full glory in the suit, all that stuff. Yeah, and I think it's just going to be a wild ride, and who the heck knows what's going to happen. So that's where I'm at. Let's go to Leo.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
What do we think?
All right, with all the speculation and all the wonderfulness that's going on,
that right there.
This
everybody.
The thing is, if everybody.
Leo's gonna be so mad in this movie, and I'm so excited about it.
100%.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna fucking go ape shit. But if WandaVision actually gets the chance to kill Professor X, and he's already in the Illuminati, that doesn't match. No way possible. Well, Wanda is gonna kill Professor
Nexus
X.
being.
I don't give a fuck whatever being she has. She has a mind, don't she?
What
So
if,
did so did the
wait.
Phoenix.
I haven't again. I've avoided spoilers the same way Abel does. I don't want to disrupt you, Leo.
I don't want to know.
But what if her killing Professor X is what leads to X-Men in the future? That's all I'm saying.
I think it's gonna. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this too. Leo, what do you think of this? Like, so you know House of M when she says no mutants.
Yeah.
Reverse House of M.
Reverse,
she says
right.
mutants, and she makes mutants.
That's what I'm saying. That's my thought.
But the thing is, mutants don't come from that. Don't come from her at all.
Yeah, but this is the MCU where
it's the MCU.
Whatever they do whatever they want, and the points don't matter. So
the points have to matter. That's what kept the MCU. The thing is, keeping the MCU in stock is because the points do matter. That's the truth. They've been following the storyline, most of the storyline, not exactly, but
not to a T.
Not to a T, but they've been following the storyline. That's why we love the MCU so much. Besides DC, because DC goes fucking left, far left, and then the MCU stays will say, okay, we already have something written. Let's try to stick to that and add a little bit of a twist to it. But that little bit of a twist of her killing everyone, I don't think that's going to. I hope it doesn't, because I'm gonna lose my shit, like you said.
You see that?
Let that be mutants.
Let there be mutants. I couldn't agree more.
Exactly. I want mutants. Don't get me wrong. I want a new X-Men. I want to see Wolverine in a suit.
Does anybody not want a new X-Men?
Wait, Leo. Do we see Wolverine in this movie?
Yes.
If we do, you're gonna see me cry.
Yes.
Do you personally think we're gonna see Wolverine in this movie? In any aspect.
Hopefully, a
mention, a claw clink.
I hopefully do. Hopefully, I don't know, but I want to go with this to see this movie. I want to go with a fresh pair of eyes. Mm-hmm. I want you to shock me. I haven't been on Twitter. Nothing. I haven't watched not one since the first trailer. The second trailer. I haven't seen nothing else.
It's hard, man. It's really hard.
I turned it all off. I unfollowed a lot of.
The problem is I live on YouTube and Twitter. It's tough. I had the block hashtags.
I had to stop.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? I want to go when we go see it tomorrow. I want to just go. Okay, give me what you got. And then all the hoopla that's been going on with American Chavez in different countries not showing the movie and
that's fucking ridiculous. Shit is ridiculous.
Middle finger.
It's just
I get it.
I don't give a fuck what happens on in other countries. Do whatever the hell you want in your country. I don't give a shit. I don't have my opinion about it. But if you don't want to see the movie, okay. But don't give the girl that's playing the character death threats.
Right.
She's been receiving them.
Yeah, it's messed up.
It's terrible.
And hate mail. Right.
It's terrible, man.
Unjustified.
She's playing a character.
She's playing a character.
Exactly. You don't know her lifestyle. You don't know how she lives. But you're sending her death threats, and I'm just not with all that fucking bullshit. So, but whatever it is, I'm just with me going into Doctor Strange. I hope it explains a little bit more, and I hope we get if he's going against Wanda. And he's in the Illuminati. He's superior, social supreme. I don't want to see a half-assed Doctor Strange.
Oh.
I want to see full force Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
He's the sorcerer supreme.
And we didn't even talk
I don't
about
want to see half-assed. I don't want to see half-assed.
The variants yet too. Like, how many Doctor Strangers are we actually going to get? Right? Exactly. Like, I listen. It might be 3. It might be more. Like,
3.
Like we know about. That's what you know about.
3.
Like, yeah, it's a guess. Like, who the heck knows?
We don't. I don't.
We don't know.
I stopped watching all the.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to mess up the movie for myself.
Have you not seen the TV spots though? The newer ones?
Oh shoot! So me even saying
how
is spoiling it for you, bro? Like,
I haven't seen.
You haven't seen
dude. Like I told you, dude. I turned everything literally off.
I'll watch the TV spots. I'm just trying to avoid full spoilers.
So Leo, if there was like a number one thing that you want to see from this movie, to maybe set up something in the future or like do whatever it's gonna do? Like what do you need from this movie to make you satisfied?
Mutants.
Mutants.
That's it.
Mutants.
Set up
I
my
agree.
MCU. Set up my MCU the right way.
Yep.
Fair.
Set up my X-Men the right way. That's all I want.
I like it.
All right.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
Okay, I like Picasso.
Let's go to Chase.
So, I'm expecting a lot from this movie.
Yes, he is, beloved God. That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem.
I'm expecting a lot from this movie. This is going to be so much to process.
Yeah.
You know, not only are you getting characters that you know, but they're different versions of this character who has their own background and their own motivations, and there's obviously all the stuff that we have not seen. I'm like Leo. I've been totally blacked out on anything. If I see the word doctor and I just completely I'm not even gonna like look. I've been like shifting gears on my Instagram, like I want to see that, whatever that is. I want to go in there, clear eyes, clear head, just take the movie for what it is, see what the story, you know, how the story fits, and come out with my own, with my own opinion about it and whatnot. The one thing I definitely just expect is I expect to see Doctor Strange with the gloves off, doing all the great shit that he does in the comic books, because that's why I got hooked on him and whatnot. I expect to see Wanda just like really showing what she can do. I really love the fact that they took her to the next level, because earlier versions of Wanda, her powers were described as hex powers. And I'm just glad that they took that to the next level and gave her something real, something tangible and whatnot. So I expect her to do her thing. American Chavez, I just want to say this, Marvel's very good at understanding that there's got to be inclusion for everybody in their audiences. You're always going to have people that don't like this or don't like that for one reason or another. But the fact that people are really like calling this girl and giving her death threats just only shows the commitment and the understanding that how real this is for people that are fans of this movie. Like, they're so caught up in this thing that they don't even understand, like, this is an actor playing a part.
Right.
Like, just cut the fucking nonsense already. But big up to her, man. I hope that I hope that they gave her a big role. I hope that she does very well in this thing. And so she can just get over the hill with this whole nonsense and whatnot. I'm expecting some people that I didn't expect to see. Like, we were talking about Wolverine, and I'm gonna be looking to see some shit that I did not expect to see. That's gonna be like, nerdgasm for me, and like, holy shit, that's such and such. Like, that's when I'm gonna like nerdgasm and whatnot. But I just expect a lot from this movie.
Love it.
Nice.
All right, let's go to Charles.
Wow, you guys have really touched upon a lot of really great points. I would love to see mutants. As far as America Chavez, I mean, listen, we have to make sure that we understand, Marvel is a representation, has always been a representation of what the world should be, and that's how they've been in their comics. They've never shortchanged inclusion. That's what the X-Men was. I mean, you had people from Germany, you had people from Africa with Storm, you had people from Russia with Colossus. I mean, they've always been very and impressive with making sure that they have every representation. Yeah, Shang-Chi, like every representation, and make sure that they push those characters, those A-lists, the B-lists, the C-lists, like, so I give Marvel credit for doing it in spite of, and I'm pretty sure that they probably thought that this backlash was going to happen in the first place, but they didn't care.
Yep.
You know, so I give them credit. And America Chavez, you keep doing what you're doing. You know, the actress that's playing her. So keep doing what you're doing. I have a lot that I think that's going to be really fantastic with this movie. This is going to be. I'm more excited about the fallout of this than the actual movie. You know, I mean, I'm hearing so many things. I think this movie is going to be about heartbreak. You know, I think that's going to be the thing about this film. I think that's where this is going to be rooted in more than ever. Obviously, bringing Scarlet Witch, because that's who she is now, bringing her out of the light, out of the darkness and back into, because she's looking for her children, obviously, and she can't find them, even though she created them, right? But at the same time, she feels they're real. You know what I mean? It's no difference than when a mother, her first trimester and she loses her child, she still feels like that child's still there.
Mm-hmm.
There's that maternal thing. So I feel like that's the thing that's going to be driving her. It's just her pain, not having vision, not having, her kids. So that's the thing that's going to be. And then Doctor Strange. I mean, I'm not sure because I think I saw in the trailer. I think you guys you saw Christine, the person that he's with in the
Christine
wedding.
Palmer,
So I don't
yep.
know if she's marrying him or she's supposed to marry. But so they're kind of showed that, not really showing who the groom was. So
yeah, I feel like we're gonna get variants of Christine Palmer.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and then I'm just interested to see all the other types of characters, like I think Rintrah, who is like the Greek mythology Minotaur.
Minotaur, yeah.
Yeah. So I know he was instrumental in rebuilding the cloak of levitation for Strange when it got destroyed in the comics.
The patch. That's the patch. That's interesting.
Yeah. So that would be interesting. I think the cloak of levitation is going to have a bigger role. It's its own character,
Yep.
So I think it's going to have a bigger role. I mean, I've been hearing about the some other cosmic entities appearing in this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say because I want people to see it for themselves.
Right.
But if it happens,
oh boy,
whoa. So that's all I'm going to say because I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. But look out for that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a part of this, especially with the different realities being kind of tampered with. So that's going to definitely be interesting. And I'm just the Illuminati and everything else. I'm just happy to see that Professor X. I'm wondering if they do the death sequence. Let's say they do somehow kill Professor X off, right? He has always, like, even in, when he got destroyed by the Phoenix, he transferred his mind into someone else. So maybe he'll transfer his mind into a younger body because he's up there in age. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he may be. I mean, we got to give him credit for being an OG.
The fact that he even came back to do it is just crazy. Like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Transfer it to James McAvoy.
We're finally getting that yellow chair, man.
Yeah,
that
yellow chair,
man.
Yeah, just that yellow chair.
Exactly, I'm like, transfer his mind to James McAvoy's mind. You know what I mean? And have him come back because James McAvoy is awesome as Professor X, and get Fassbender. Get Fassbender back as Magneto.
That'll be dope.
Get those guys. Those are fantastic.
That whole X-Men First Class cast is just
Matthew Vaughn, man. He revitalized the X-Men.
He really did.
He revitalized it.
Right, and then he did poo-poo with Apocalypse, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, we won't talk about the Apocalypse, but I mean,
let's not bring that up, please.
But First Class and Days of Future Past was
Days
awesome.
of Future Past.
I mean, even Halle Berry came back for that one.
Halle Berry.
So
all right,
I'm great.
All right, let's end it with Aaron.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I don't know if I have necessarily massive expectations going into the movie anymore, honestly. I do think there's going to be ramifications on the future of the MCU at this point coming out of this movie. I've tempered my cameo expectations at this point.
Yep.
At first, I was kind of thinking like everyone and their mother, but I don't really think that it's going to be all that. I think we get like one or two. And if I was going to put myself out on a limb, I'm going to sit here and say they're going to tease Wolverine. I don't know how, but I think they're going to. And I think the other one. I think the one that we've heard for so long is Deadpool, so I'll say Deadpool makes some type of a. I don't think he plays a major part in the movie. I just think he
cameo.
He's like falling in a dimension. In the background says something stupid, and everybody laughs. That's my thought. Like he's just there, and he falls through one of the portals, and he passes through and says some dumb shit, and then he just disappears. He's like, "Hey, I'm here now. Peace." That's just my thought. I just think those are the two we get, and then outside of that, I think we get a Doctor Strange movie that Wanda steals the show. And I think that she's, like we've all said, like I know a bunch of us have said, like I think she's going to steal the show. I think she's going to kill the whole Illuminati, including Professor X, even though I know that's not comic accurate. To Leo's point, I get it, but I just think that that's where her power level is, and hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And I think that she wants her kids, and she's going to do whatever she's got to do or kill whoever's in her path to get it.
And also, like we didn't really talk about, like I think the kids are coming back and they're coming into the MCU and they're gonna do Young Avengers. Like I think they're like by the end of this movie, she gets her kids back.
They are for sure. They definitely are. I agree.
I disagree. I don't think she will.
You don't think she'll get them?
I don't think she will.
Because
the one thing that I've come to understand about Marvel movies is you have to watch the bridges. Like this movie is yet to me another bridge to a whole bunch of other things that will all shoot this. And I think that would just be too quick and too clean and whatnot. I think if anything, it'll leave breadcrumbs, or they will at this point just completely, just be done away with the whole, episode with that subject. I don't think they're going to make it that easy. I think they're going to, I think there's going to be a whole bunch of other, fallout and other stories that are now going to become prominent that will set up the next year's coming, movies and things that are going to be on streaming on Disney Plus and Netflix and all of that.
I mean, it's a good point. They are talking about Wanda getting her own movie too. So like, and they're talking about not doing a WandaVision, season 2. So,
so
it's definitely possible.
But I will say this though, I don't 100% agree with Abel. I think it was your point. Were you the one who said that Wanda's the big bad in the movie and there's nobody else? Was that you or somebody else say that?
No, that was me. I honestly I don't think she's being controlled.
I'm going to be honest with you.
She's the big bad.
I do think she's the big bad, but I think that we see this arc from Wanda. I think we see Doctor Strange try to recruit her because he's trying to stop something else. And then I think we see Wanda become the like all of a sudden she's the bad, whatever, the big bad in the movie, call it what you will. And then I think we see a redemption arc where she goes, "Oh shit, I fucked up. I shouldn't have used this Darkhold magic." I think we're going to see a redemption because, like that line in even the first trailer where he's like, "Get you back on the lunchbox." I was like, he's probably talking about the fact that she's going to go through a character arc where she's like a bad guy and then a good guy.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Fair. Like that's just my thought.
I think before the end of the movie, they'll find a way to be like, "Oh, okay, Wanda, sure."
Because I think there's only been a couple of characters in my correct me if I'm wrong here. So wait a minute, who's gotten 3 movies? Iron Man, Captain America,
Thor.
Thor is on 4.
Ant-Man's about to get 3. Guardians of the Galaxy about to get 3.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy is about to get 3. Ant-Man's so I mean, my thought is Doctor Strange is getting another movie down.
He's definitely getting 3.
Like he has to get another movie because I think that there's an underlying big bad that they've been teasing in Doctor Strange, and I think the original big bad from Doctor Strange 1 was supposed to be Nightmare. We still haven't gotten Nightmare. Everybody's been asking for Mephisto. Haven't gotten a Mephisto.
And honestly,
I just think somebody's lingering. You know what I mean?
Not so much a villain too. I don't think, but we haven't talked about Clea yet. Like, is Clea coming?
I think Clea's coming in this movie.
I think Clea's coming.
I think Clea's coming as the post credit. That's my thought. I think she's your post credit scene. I'm pretty sure. And I think that ultimately what I'm looking forward to in this movie, and again, this is me, again, I didn't try to spoil the movie for myself or anything, but I think I watched a bunch of the non-spoiler review stuff on YouTube. And this is what I'm looking forward to personally. I'm looking forward to a Sam Raimi horror aspect movie version of Doctor Strange, because I love horror movies. And I think that having that, like, there were people who reviewed this movie that said there were parts where I went, ooh, and I got like chills and I got scared. And I was like, okay, like I mess with that in Marvel. We haven't had a lot of that in Marvel.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. I want that. I think that would be a different element that we don't exactly see from Marvel all the time. You know, I'm just like, I'm about it. And yeah, I'm honestly, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I can't wait. I'm gonna get some drinks. I'm gonna go see some Doctor Strange, and I'm gonna be happy as a pig in shit. You know what I mean? Wendell is here from Texas at the last moment.
Oh my God, get him in here.
Easy.
There he is.
Bitches.
There he is. Some bitches.
Wendell,
let's get Wendell here to finish.
In.
Let him finish it up, man.
We're gonna let you finish us off with what is going on with Doctor Strange. How do you feel about it?
Oof.
Tell us.
Oof.
What do you think is? What do you want?
What I want, I want to leave this movie befuddled. I like that word. I want to be befuddled.
Scuzzle-butted,
right?
if you will.
I want to walk out like I walked out of Infinity War.
What the hell did I even just watch?
That's exactly where I want to be with this. And I think it's possible it's going to deliver. I feel fairly confident that I will get what I'm looking for out of this. Oh man, listen. Trailers aside, like, I was just excited for this movie from the moment they said multiverse.
Yep.
Okay? So that alone put me in a position of like, this is going to be fantastic. Now, we're going to get Charles Xavier. We know that. We're going to get some variants of some people. We know that. I don't even care who they are. Just knowing that I know I'm going to see these people gets me excited.
Yep.
What do I hope I see? I hope I see Galactus.
Whoa!
Now, I'm not saying,
You asking for a lot?
I'm not saying I need to see the whole guy. I don't see, him doing.
Oh, you want to see a cloud? Do you want to see a cloud?
No, I got you, Galactus.
No clouds.
No, I don't want that. I definitely don't want that. But you know what? I want to see. I'm hoping there's some kind of moment where he's traveling through the multiverse.
Yeah, and you get a
and
glimpse.
he slips through some universe where you see that horned
You see the
shadow.
Yeah. I like
At the very least, the horned shadow over a world. Like, give me that. Give me a streak of the Surfer.
Yeah.
It don't have to be real. It don't have to be him all the way. Just give me some glittery something.
Yeah. Like, what
like
the hell is that?
Like it's on a surfboard. Okay?
Yeah.
A surfboard, you say?
That's what I'm looking to see. All right. Mutants is like something I'm dying to see. If you got Professor X in there, you have to have mutants in there. Like, and it's not. It can't. And I think it should be more than a blink and you miss it type of moment, right? I want to see the mutants. I want to see the guys that count. Show me Magneto. Show me Wolverine.
Right. I want an explainer. Explain to me where y'all have been.
I mean, there's plenty of ways on how they could figure out how to explain it. It could be a lot. It could be, who knows, whatever. Professor X was hiding them from the minds of all the humans. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I definitely I'm looking forward to seeing this tomorrow. Like, I've been all day. Like, we spoke.
Me and Wendell had like a 40-minute conversation about all the things we demand to see in this movie.
Like, I was so good going to bed early just to get to the next day.
Literally, we're done. We're done with this week, and we want it now.
Yeah, I don't know. I might take a personal day tomorrow and just sleep all day.
Yep. Just
so I can get to the 10 o'clock showing that I'm going to attend, which will be 11 o'clock by your time. So you guys will be an hour in by the time I reach there. But it's going to be on and popping tomorrow.
I want it
So-
all, and I want it now.
Show me everything. Everything. Show me Ghost Rider. Play games. Play games. Give me Ghost Rider.
All
Damn,
right,
you asking
well,
for a lot tonight. Shit.
I ain't asking for a lot. I'm just saying, man. Like
That
it's
sounds
a
like a 6-hour
multiverse.
movie.
There's a plethora of things that can happen there. Yo, give me this guy. Give me this guy right here.
There he
hey,
is.
yo,
Give me him. And
There
if you
he
don't
is.
give me him,
give me the sound of the claws.
I don't need the sound of the claws. Give me 3 slashes on any item in the world somewhere.
It would work.
All right? You could be walking down the
effective.
hallway and there was 3 slashes on the wall. I'd be like, that was Wolverine. Damn it. He's in the movie.
Yeah.
He exists here.
If we get anything of Wolverine in this movie,
Leo's gonna lose it.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
hear
like,
a grown
"Yeah!"
man scream next to me.
I mean, y'all will be there, so y'all could just record that. Let me know. But if Wolverine is in it,
Oh,
I
man.
think it'll be in some part that may possibly have Deadpool a part of it. Seeing as how Ryan Reynolds has this hard on for Wolverine and Hugh Jackman,
little part.
I would love to see a scene of the two of them together. Right? Again, it doesn't need to be 5 minutes. It could be in a passing through the universes, just enough that I can say, "Holy shit, Deadpool and Wolverine!" Oh boy,
It could be something as small as him and Deadpool just saying, "I don't even know what timeline I'm in anymore," and they just keep
that
going.
Right.
Something
that,
stupid, yeah.
Yeah, what he said. That's my thought. Something stupid. Something really stupid.
you know. So tomorrow night is going to be something crazy, and I am ready for it. The movie theater I go to always has like a drink that's like themed after the movie, so whatever that is, I'm getting that. That's what I'm drinking, and I probably have 2 or 3 of those.
I love it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end this with a shot. Yeah,
I wasn't ready.
I got.
As
Yeah.
we should.
Yeah, whatever.
He wasn't ready. Take a shot of
Ladies
water.
and gentlemen, this has been Man Cave 101 Podcast Episode 8. Please follow us on YouTube and Facebook. Like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Aaron, Chase, Leo, Wendell, Charles. Leo, do you have something to say?
Yes. Please like, comment, subscribe into the YouTube channel to win the free comic book. Nobody did it last week, so I get to keep my book.
Oh,
Yeah,
you might get to keep your book.
I mean, I'll
When
take it
this
off your
vid-
hands.
I mean, you can give it
When
to
this-
somebody. You give one of us.
No.
I mean, I want it. Can you give it to me?
No. Like, comment, subscribe on the
I need
YouTube
another
channel,
fake
and
profile.
please give us some feedback on what you guys want to see us talk about.
Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, please.
Yes,
Yeah.
YouTube.
On YouTube, please.
Don't forget to check us out on Whatnot, live auctions on Whatnot, Man Cave 101 Comics on Whatnot. Just check us out. Got a lot of great books, slabs, premium raw material, stuff that you need for your personal collection.
Fish.
Word.
Was that Fish who commented?
It was
Of
fish.
course it was.
Fish, your book is already
course
on
it
its
was.
way. You can't do it every week. You
I
can't win every week. Fish.
just got one more thing to say. Late as gators.
Late
Late as gators.
All right, give me my outro screen. Let me serenade us in a song.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, here we go.
Now I'm really out.
You want an outro screen?
I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now.
Damn.
Give me the mutants.
Oh my god.
Thank you guys
Good
for
night,
hanging out with
everyone.
us tonight. Thank you.
Peace.
All right.
Late as gators.